Hello everyone. So in this session, we're going to discuss anonymous function. What is an anonymous function? Let's understand. Anonymous function is a function without name. Nameless function is called as an anonymous function. So what is an anonymous function? We simple term we can say nameless function is called as anonymous function. Anonymous function. So in Groovy, when you define a function, you can use a def keyword and then name a function like we have defined one function add. Now this function takes two parameters x and y, and then from function body you can open curly braces, close curly braces, and then you can return sum of two number x plus y. So this is a normal method. You know name of the function. Yeah, what is the name of this function? Add. But anonymous function means no need to specify the name of the function. So let's now we try to convert this function into anonymous function. So if you want to convert this function into anonymous function, so no need to specify def keyword, no need to specify name of method. And now just write down parentheses. How many parameters required? Two parameters required. And then you can specify arrow symbol. Then you can specify arrow symbol. And then curly braces open and close. This is a function body. And from this function body, we are returning sum of two numbers. It means here we have defined function, that function which take two parameters and return the sum of two numbers. But we don't know name of this function. So here function body is contains how many statements? Function body contains single statement. So if function body contains single statement, then curly braces and return keyword is also optional. So you can write in this way also bracket within a parenthesis you can specify required number of parameters, then arrow symbol, and what you want to return from the function body you can return directly expression x plus y. It means here we have defined one function, that function which will take two parameters and return the sum of two numbers. So anonymous function basically allow to write a concise way to define a function. Okay, so you can store this function into variable and then you can invoke that function using that variable name. So one question comes in your mind. Okay, let's understand when you define normal function, how you can define using def keyword add function name. Suppose it requires two parameter x, y. Now from this function body, we are returning sum of two number x plus y. And when you call this function, let's we call this function print add function. Now you can call the function using the name of the function. What is the name of the function? Add. Now it return sum of two number. Once it return, now we display that sum of two number. So you can check here, you will get 30. But now we define anonymous function. How you can define anonymous function? It requires two parameters. Suppose I need to define one function without name, which take two parameter and return the sum of two number. Sum of two number, x plus y. Now, question is that how you can invoke this function? Because you don't know name of the function, then how you can invoke it? Now we can store this function definition in one variable like add. Suppose here we have declared one variable with name add. You can give any name. So this variable basically not holding any value. This variable basically holding the function definition. Now this function definition we have stored into this variable. So you can invoke this function by using that variable. So I'm calling this variable by passing two parameters. So that function will invoke. So let's now we call it. Now you can check you will get the result 30. So that function is called as an anonymous function. So in Groovy, you can define anonymous function as an argument. Okay, what mean of this line? Let's understand very important points. What is an anonymous function and how we can use it. So anonymous function means a function without name. Nameless function is called as the anonymous function. What the advantage to defining this anonymous function? Actually, when you define any normal function, suppose we're defining any function. When you define a function, this function can accept as an argument. You can pass as an argument as a value while you calling the function. Suppose I define this function. When you call this function, so you can pass value as an argument, 10 and 20 like. But can you pass function as an argument? Yes, we can pass function as an argument using the anonymous function. So let's understand here closure as argument. What means a closure as arguments? Okay, so you can pass closures. Closures means closures means anonymous function. Closures means we can say anonymous function. Anonymous function. You can pass closure as argument to other function. So we can use closure as an argument to other function. It means we can pass function as an argument to the other function. Let's understand what's the advantage of this. Go to the VS Code. In this VS Code, let's suppose my requirement, I want to perform like some calculator operation. I want to perform some calculator operation. Which operation? So let's suppose we want to perform add operation, yeah, subtract operation, yeah, multiplication operation, yeah, division operation. So one is the pro. Suppose here you have need to define four operation. You can define four different methods. Just like here we have defined add function. Similar, you can define four method. Let's we have defined four method. I give the method name like sub and which return the subtraction of two number. Now we define one more function multiplication which return the multiplication of two number. Let's now we define one method division method and which return the division of two number. So here we have defined how many function we need to define. We need to define four different function to perform four different operation, four different tasks. And then you can call any function whatever operation you want to perform based on your demand. But instead of defining four operation, actually my requirement here, we want to find the sum of two numbers, the difference of two number, the multiplication of two number, and a subtraction of two number, a division of two number. Instead of defining four different functions, here what we can do, we can define one method like uh, calci operation. Let's just like I define the method name like operation. Yeah, we can say calci operation. So calci operation. Now here we will take one parameter like actually operation. Actually, you need to perform operation on two arguments. So here we take one function with three parameters. With three parameters. So first parameter, what it will take? In the first parameter, we can pass action as argument that you want to perform. And on which argument you want to perform action that operation, that argument you can pass as a second and third parameter. Like suppose we are calling this function, you can check a calci operation. Which action you want to perform? I want to add a two number. So here you can pass as a anonymous function as an argument. You can check a x comma y arrow function and return sum of two number x plus y. And comma And then you can pass two argument 10 comma 20. So it means you can check here. First argument what we have passed. First argument we have passed as a arrow function. This is a closure and this is the action that you want to perform. Now this action that we are storing in which variable? This function argument will receive that action. Now it means you can invoke this action within this calci operation function using this parameter. And now a value become as a 10 and b value become as a 20. So now within a function calci operation, you can call operation function and by passing a comma b. Now what it will return? It will return sum of two numbers. So you can return from this. So now calci operation, what does? Calci operation, it will take as a function as an argument what action you want to perform. You can pass action as an argument. On which argument you want to perform, you can pass those arguments. And finally, it return that action result. Let's now print it. If you run it, now you can check here. If you run it and check here, now you will get the result 30. Now you can check how many operation you need to define. If you are using this approach, you need to define only one single operation. And while you calling this method, that time just you can specify which operation you want to perform. Suppose now we want to perform subtraction up to number. So you can pass subtraction up to number. Now if you save it and run it, if you check here, let's we use the println. If you save it, if you run it, you can check it. You will get the result. And same way, there's no println calci operation, and you can pass here your operation whatever you want to perform x comma y. I want to perform this operation x into y. On which argument you can pass those argument like. So you can check it. So what the advantage of this closure as an argument? The advantage is that while you calling the function, you can pass action as an argument. So same example, if you try to implement without closure as an argument, you need to define four different functions. But now if you are implementing using closure as an argument, you can define single function, and while you calling that function, that time you can specify your requirement, which action that you want to perform. You can pass that action as an argument. And now on which argument you want to perform, and those argument you can pass as a parameter. Now while you call this function, now this function, yes, no, calci operation will receive as a action as an argument. This means function. Now you can invoke that function using that variable, and on using that function variable you can invoke that function, and now you can pass those parameters. So that is the advantage of the closure of a function. So closure means anonymous function. Anonymous function means a function without name. Nameless function is called as a closure function. And the major advantage of the closure function, you can call, yes, no, you can call a function by passing as an argument closure function. So that is a closure function. I hope it's clear. Thank you.